Today on Jump Garage, we are going to compare and contrast 3 different coilovers. 1, entry level, 2, high mid, and 3, high. There's also high, but we don't got money for that. First coilover up, Racelands. What can I say? They're Racelands. If you're in the land of racing, probably don't want these. But I will say for an entry-level coilover, they are pretty good. So they have this helper spring, which I don't think really helps, but it's there. So that's cool. One other thing is that we added this top hat on it. So this is an eBay Max Heating Rods top hat. They also make coilovers, but this is going to be a lot better than your Max Heating Rods. I would say don't even waste the money on Max Heating Rods unless you plan on replacing your coilovers in a year or 2, or you just don't really care and you just want to be low and bounce all over the place. These are the Raceland Ultimo. They're a step up from their entry-level Racelands, but they're still bouncy. And one of the problems with them is that it doesn't have a threaded shock body, which means to lower the car, you have to lower this perch, and that makes your spring decompress and your car bounce around. Another thing is that they utilize the stock top hats, and because we used an aftermarket top hat to give us camber, we were running into spring bind, and we actually had to add a radial bearing right here so that this would spin and not bind up when we were driving. So for the price, not bad. If you want to be low, this will do it. If you want to be super stanced, this will do it, but you'll probably bake in your fenders. So yeah, that's my opinion on the Racelands. Next up, we have the ISC coilovers. And as you can see, it looks a lot nicer. It's also not dirty because we haven't ran it yet, but we will. Main difference here, the threaded shock body. So you can actually lower your strut down in here and without lowering the spring, which means it'll keep pressure on the spring. So you'll actually have a stiffer ride, and it has the radial bearing built into it. Comes with the top hat. These ones you can buy them in different specs. So I think they have a street, a track/street, and then a straight track spec. And the difference in those, I believe, is the spring and how they valve the shock. So overall, I think this is a happy medium. And then we have the Fortunatos. So as you can see with the Fortunatos, it's a very nice build quality. These perches are billet, which a lot of coilovers don't have, and still has a radial bearings and adjustable camber on the top hat. So these are custom ordered. Pretty much when you buy them, depending if you buy them straight off their website or through a vendor, they're going to be built to order. So if you have special needs for your car, like if you're doing autocross or if you're doing drift, you can hit them up and say, hey, this is what my car is running now. If you're running stock suspension, you just say, hey, I'm on stock suspension. Or if you're running some other coilover, you can let them know and say, this is my goal for the car, this is what I'm going to be doing, and they'll build you a coilover that matches those specs. So they spend a lot of time on R&D, and the quality is just really nice. I don't know what else to say. I ran out of stuff to say.